Hey, what's going on, guys? I know it's been a while since I've done a vlog style video. The last two videos that I came out with were the shooting videos, and you guys seem to like those, and you guys seem to appreciate that I'm uploading videos again. But this project is something that's kind of out of my wheelhouse, so let's just give it a shot. From the title of this, you know that I'm picking up an e-bike. It's the Schwinn Hurricane. That's about 600 bucks, and my thinking behind it is, hey, I see a bunch of people on e-bikes. They look like a lot of fun. They look like good projects, and I just want to try this out. It'll be kind of my first foray into it. There are a lot more expensive e-bikes out there, and there are a lot different brand names and everything like that. But this is one that wasn't really covered on YouTube, so I might as well just be the first guy to do it. So let's go pick one up. I'm picking mine up from my local Dick's Sporting Goods. That's where they have them. They also have them at Target, I think. So let's try it out. So I'm over in their bike section right now, and they don't have one displayed. So that means I'll probably have to get a boxed one. So that works for me. That way we can do the setup and tear down on everything. Let's go. And with all my camping stuff back there, it still fit. Easy day. Alright, so guys, I just wanted to apologize for how this next part of the video is going to go. I tried doing it with a piece of equipment that I did not test prior to doing this. It was the same setup that I used during the range, but I should have used this camera and not been lazy or used my Insta360 Go, but it's cropped super weird. So what you see is not what actually I was seeing when I was recording it, and instead of recording all of the things that I wanted it to record, it did not, so the next section looks like crap. I apologize if you've made it this far. Thank you, and you can skip forward if you want to, and I'd be totally okay with that. But let's get to the assembly. Alright, so now that we have this thing all videoed and in here, let's go ahead and unbox it. Tear it to open, easy roll. Maybe we should take this top part out. Packing material. Little bike. Looks like to be about the size of like a Honda Monkey or a Trail 70. Little tiny kickstand. Alright. Just some tape here. Zip tie. Handlebars probably in there. More zip ties. More zip ties. That's all the zip ties that I can see. Crank. There we go. Nice. Alright, we need some Allen keys. Actually, let's go see if there's anything in that instructions box. Any tools or anything. Keep those there so we don't put tension on the brake cable. Important parts inside. There should be some pedals, a battery charger, some pedals, probably some basic Allen keys and stuff. Yep, basic wrench, keys, zip tie, and an Allen wrench. We have the user manual. What else in there? We have one tiny little, looks like a rubber plug to something. And then this should be the charger. That box is empty. What do we got here? Yep, charger. and charging information. Quick start guide can go in there as well, and our manuals can go in there. All right, perfect. Let's clean up a little bit. Clean as you go. All right, so what we're going to need to do is use an Allen key to go ahead and take off our the bolts that attach our handlebars onto our head, our steering head. Let me get some actual tools instead of using their factory supplied stuff because it's cheap. So now that those things are started, we'll just go ahead and very lightly get this thing centered first. You can look at the grip threads that are on the actually on the handlebars, and then just kind of get a rough estimate of what centered is. You want to make sure you do these in a cross pattern. That way there's even torque on all of them. Just so they stick, and then we'll go look in the manual if there's a torque spec for them, and then I'll bust out a torque wrench and then torque those down. So these are labeled, so the left is going to be the yellow one, and the right is going to be the white one. They are reverse threaded because as you pedal, you don't want them to unscrew. So using their supplied tools, we'll go ahead and install these. White on the right. I like to remove the stickers now because when we get to, man, this sticker being a pain in the butt. When we get to putting these pedals on, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to take these stickers off. I should throw some thread locker on these, but this is a quick assembly video. Usually I'd throw some blue Loctite on here. And one way to tighten these is also just to crank the pedals if you can get it to stop spinning. We're not going to overdo these. Just a quick one elbow click, good torque wrench. One elbow click, click. All right, so that pretty much completes that. We will run a zip tie somewhere. And maybe we'll run it right here. Just to keep this cable tight to the body. It would be nice if they gave you a little patch of rubber, so that way the rubbing right here and right here wouldn't be an issue. I should get my side cutters. But how about we just scratch the handlebars? There you go. That'll cut me right open. Try to remove these guys too, these little supports. Okay, that one goes there. Nice little flying saucers. Can't believe I didn't take those off first. And one more. All right, so let me go ahead and check the manual for some torque specs, and then we'll just go ahead and torque these bolts down to the correct specification. All right, so I checked all of the paperwork. There's no torque specs on these bolts, so we'll just go to one click of the elbow. Click, 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 click. Just off the bat, I've noticed some QC issues with some of the powder coating. Just some, maybe that was just some grease. Disregard that last comment. Pretty snazzy looking bike. Except for the goofy reflectors, which are required by state law. That pretty much completes our assembly. We just need to put air in it and get it fully charged on the first use before we can go. I'm going to leave the plastic on there because that's something we're going to save for later. I should do a brake adjustment, but let's see. Rear brake works, Front brake works. The rear brake needs a little bit of adjustment. Yeah, a little bit of adjustment on the rear brake. But I'm going to go ahead and plug this thing into the charger and probably check tire pressure. But for that, I need to go get my pressure gauge. All right, so the charging port is on the left-hand side next to the on button. There's a little rubber plug that blocks it. Let's go find a nice corner to put this thing in and plug it on in. Kind of self-explanatory how this goes together. I don't know if you guys need to be watching this. Plug in the charger first. What I like to do with any charger is make sure that the brick, if it's a two-piece charger, I make sure that I can see the brick and both ends of it. So I can see, hey, that's plugged in, and there's usually a light on it. And then this is a little 3-prong connector. So we're going to go ahead and plug this thing in. Looks like there's only one way to connect it. There's a flat side right here that goes down. There we go. Plug that in, and we have a red light on our charging brick. So we'll let this thing fully charge for a couple hours. Actually, I don't even know how long it's going to take. I'm not going to sit here and wait for it to charge. Check tire pressure. Yep, there's pressure in the tires. I'm just kidding. I'm going to go get a little gauge, and then we'll go from there. All right, so manufacturer recommends 40 PSI, but it's always smart to check the sidewall of the tires. It's probably right there, but where's the valve stem? There it is, on the opposite side. How fun. Uh, 40 PSI is max. So we'll go ahead and unscrew our valve stem cap. Set our dealio to, we'll go 38 PSI. Whoops, flashlight. 38. Go ahead and attach that. Of course, this is a fancy tool that you don't actually need. Comes from the factory with about 16. Let this thing charge up. 38 PSI. Disconnect this, reinstall our valve cap, and then move to the front. It is nice that they put angled valve stems on there, though. If we're doing this from the correct side, it would have been a lot easier. What a goofy reflector on there. We'll do the same on this side. Drop our valve stem cap. And 8.9 PSI in that one. 38 PSI. And you know what I just realized? There's a protective film on here, so let's go ahead and take this off. Nice. Okay. You know what I forgot to check? They give you 3 keys. Let's check what the initial charge is, huh? Go into the on position. Whoa. What is that? I can't even see what that says. On position. Click that on. Maybe, oh, there we go. So, here we go. We got a little green light. But let's go ahead and continue charging it. All right, maybe the brake light had one. Maybe the brake light had one too. It did. Very nice. So that pretty much concludes the assembly and unboxing of the Schwinn Hurricane. We'll go ahead and do part 2 as the ride and review. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Actually, let me do that correctly. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. And until next time, peace out.